Hey, morning YouTube. This is Kevin again. Um, just wanted to put out another video. I'm without sleep today after really getting into Lynette Zhang's video last night, and I was doing some commenting into it, and it's just really exciting that she is taking her expertise, her understanding of markets and currency and her whole career into this is being directed towards this new SDR blockchain coin, the AC chain, and it's twofold really for me. It's also just realizing the enormity of all this, um, just what this means for humanity. That we're not going to have control over our money. I mean, it's been slowly taken away from us over central banking. Um, Central banks have slowly but surely been pulling it away from us. And this new system that they're standing up now is going to be complete control of everything, really. And from watching her video last night, I learned a lot actually. I've been pouring into this for a while now. I think I've been making these videos for about a month now, maybe a little longer, but um, it's there's a couple things I wanted to talk about here in this video. Some new things that I knew were there, but I guess I didn't fully understand them. And again, it's great to have Lynette. I mean, I'm not a professional economist like she is. I do I have a different profession than she does, and this is just really exciting to have her on board and her really taking this by the horns. So I wanted to share this one part with you guys that I thought was something that I haven't covered much at all.
Bear with me here. I'm working really hard to understand it so I can explain it. But what this really does, bottom line, is it creates a direct relationship, title, equity, between hard, tangible assets and an infinitely divisible digital currency. I'll let you think about that for a minute. But they can turn anything into a digital asset.
So essentially, you own a house. Say you own it free and clear. You have no debt. You have no mortgage, or you have a car. You don't have any payments on it. It's yours. You have the title to the car. You have the title to the house. Now with this system, and for one, I can say too that this is what they're drawing up here, and I'm so thankful Lynette was able to explain this. Is that um, this system that we have now, this currency system we have now, is going to be completely gone, and I don't know if it's going to be gone before our we have this replacement here, or if it's gonna go before they have this completely stood up and we have complete chaos for the longest time. And I'm almost kind of thinking that we're gonna have complete chaos before they stand this up. Um, just based, on I covered in my previous video how it's it's how they get people to buy into it because everyone's so desperate. But what she's saying here is you have these titles to your your house and your car, uh, and say you have titles to real estate, titles to all kinds of tangible things. The system that we know is going to be gone. So you have your paper, you have your title that says this is how much it's worth, or this is mine, denominated in dollars, so on and so forth. She's essentially saying like that's going to be null and void. I think there's not going to be the system there to say like that's your title. Excuse me. So what they'll do is when they stand up this system, they are going to say that's going to need to be digitized, in that the title is no longer valid, but you can convert that into an asset. And I think, and I don't know if they'll just do it automatically. They'll send you a letter, or they'll come knocking on your door and say, here's your new title, sir. ACC value 500 for your house that was worth, whatever it was. And here you go. And it's our house now. This is a part of, we have ownership of this. I don't know if we'll be able to live in our houses, have our cars. But I wonder too if this whole debt system is going to come down on us all, and they'll say, well, you have a personal debt of $365,000, so pay up, or you're not going to have anything. So this is, and I'm with Lynette here. There's so much here that I don't understand. There's so much here that it's just so new. And we're just really just trying to wrap our heads around this thing, because it's just so paradigm shifting of everything that we've known. So, but I wanted to just share that about how the assets work, because that's something that I really haven't discussed much into.
I'm going to show you that in just a second. But first I want to show you, and it might be a little hard to see, but this box in there says SDR, world currency. And then all of the other tokens, and you can see Britain, USA, etc., are all tied to the ACCHAIN, which is really the SDR. That's what it really is. That's the bottom line of it. So once they have everything in place, then they've actually accomplished that mission to have all currencies pegged to the SDR. We're not there yet, but there's certainly a good start. And here's where they show you how every single thing can be digitized. So here's your house that you live in. It's a physical asset. You can walk through the front door every day, or side door, some door, and it's turned into just a bunch of digits. And then they can turn those into a digital token, and then they can attach a symbol to it. And you can see there's the dollar symbol, there's the euro dollar symbol. And all of a sudden, you've now converted this into an easily traded instrument. That's all I can call it. It's hard for me to call.
And like I said too before, I don't know who's going to have the actual title to this. If they'll have the title will be null and void. But I don't know if they'll seize it from you, and they can hand it over to somebody else, or if we'll have control over it. We can have it, but it's digitized in that it's on the blockchain now. The value of it is on the blockchain someplace. And if you guys know cryptocurrencies much, you have it on a wallet, and that's it's like you get a credit for it. I guess I'm kind of thinking of this as so. Obviously, very concerning to say the least. And I just think in my life, we have a mortgage, we have a car payment, and how's that going to go? Who knows? But I know I'm certainly not in the minority. But we're in the final hour here, folks. I put out a video about how to prepare yourselves. I think we should reallocate our funds the way we can see prudent to get ready for this. I mean, we don't know when this is, like I said before, but it could be tomorrow, it could be 3 years from now, and it's what I'm doing is I'm putting things in place to protect my family now, and you should too. And just be safe, keep your head up. Just keep abreast of what's going on with all this stuff, and you know, just just do what you can. I mean, there's not much we can do. I mean, I do believe that God's in control with all this. I mean, God killed His only Son. God killed. He allowed Jesus to suffer on a cross for hours, and you know the Son that He loved so much, and bore the weight of our sin. And um, if God would do that to His only Son and allow Him to suffer and be murdered like that, um, He has He has certain ways to Him that aren't our ways, and this is one of them. To see the world suffer in this way, there's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be a lot of suffering and a lot of pain during the tribulation, the 7 year period before Jesus comes back. But it's it's all good. In God's view, it's good for Him, and it's the way He sees it is it's what He wants. So in the end, this is what God is striving towards, because it honors Him. It brings more people to Christ. And if you haven't, put your trust in God, if you haven't, established a relationship with God, dust off your Bible, do a bit of reading, get back into the Word, get some prayer going in your life, if you haven't, and see if you can establish that relationship with God better, because He's going to watch over you. He's going to watch over His people. God never forsakes His church. Uh, you know, Unbelievers and people that don't want to know God, don't want to have a relationship with God, they they'll suffer. They're gonna go through tremendous hardships, but and it's it's hard to um, it's tough to see that. But again, you can take care of your own spiritual life. If you establish a relationship with God, you read His Word, you get into a prayer life, and ask Jesus into your heart, and ask Jesus for forgiveness in your life, and God's going to take care of you, because He loves you. So again, this is Kevin. Thank you guys all for your time. Thank you for your support. Liking, sharing, subscribing, and like I said, please feel free to share this. We really need to let as many people know as we can. This is these are the end times. You guys are living in it, and so am I. So be safe, and talk to you soon.